This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Scout Motors is facing more pushback from Volkswagen dealers on its plan to sell direct to consumers. Two VW dealerships in New York and Connecticut are suing the Volkswagen Group and Volkswagen of America for breach of contract. In the U.S., any automaker that has used franchise dealers in the past can't forego the dealership model with another one of its brands. But despite being funded by the Volkswagen Group, Scout claims it's independent from Volkswagen, so it should be allowed to sell direct. I think there's actually some decent arguments for why Scout has a case for itself, and we went over a lot of that in Autoline After Hours number 775, which featured Ryan Decker, VP of Strategy and Brand at Scout Motors. However, this is a growing battle for VW and Scout. Dealers in California, Florida, and Colorado also have pending lawsuits over Scout's direct sales plan. And thanks to an Automotive Press Association event at Scout's suburban Detroit Innovation Center yesterday, we know that the brand has a plan for dealing with the lawsuits and direct sales, and that it's executing that plan right now. Those are claims from Scout CEO Scott Keogh. However, when pressed to provide more information, Keogh would only say it has a plan and it's executing that plan. So, no details. But we did learn a little more about the progress of the company. Its plant in South Carolina, which is currently under construction, is being built for a capacity of 200,000 vehicles a year, but it could double that if it needs to. Keogh says he hopes Scout will one day cover that entire 200,000 unit capacity, but concedes that the plant could make vehicles from other brands as well. Right now it has 160,000 reservations. 87% of those are for the E-Rev version and 70 to 75% are for the Traveler SUV. While the first engineering and production validation builds will kick off this year, actual production vehicles won't start rolling down the line until late 2027, and then deliveries happen after that sometime in 2028. German union IG Metall suffered a big setback in its attempt to unionize Tesla's plant in Berlin. It failed to win a majority in the automaker's Works Council election this week, securing just 13 of the 37 available seats. And that's actually 3 fewer seats than it used to have, and it means that Tesla's plant remains non-unionized. Tesla and IG Metall were in a bitter feud leading up to the vote. The union accused Tesla of creating a toxic work environment, while Tesla filed a criminal complaint against a union representative, claiming that person secretly recorded a Works Council meeting. But based on the outcome of the election, it appears workers are more on Tesla's side.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.
The amount of money that people still owed on their vehicle trade-ins hit a record high in the fourth quarter of last year. According to data from Edmunds, buyers still owed an average of $7,200 on their trade-ins, which broke the previous high by about $300, and 27% owed more than $10,000. More worrisome is that's 2 consecutive record-setting quarters. Plus, the data shows that 29% of new vehicle buyers with trade-ins owed more than their trade-in was worth, which was up 4% from the year before. And that's making it harder for those people to get a deal on a new car. Part of the problem is falling used vehicle value. But with new car prices going up, there should be more of a rush into the used car market, and experts think we'll see a drop in owners with negative equity. Stellantis' electric vans have reached cost parity with their diesel counterparts in Europe, well, at least until the end of June. The company's commercial division, called Stellantis Pro One, is going to sell all of its midsize and compact vans for the same price as their diesel versions for roughly the next 4 months. That's 8 vans in total from its Citroën, Fiat, Opel, and Peugeot brands. Honda is reviving the Insight nameplate once again. This time, it will be an all-electric model that's based on Honda's ENS2 EV, which is only sold in China. It has a range of 310 miles or 500 kilometers based on the WLTC test cycle. The new Insight will be built in China and then imported to Japan, but Honda declined to say if it will be sold in other markets. Honda only plans to import 3,000 Insights to Japan, and it goes on sale in March, but pricing wasn't announced. The original Insight debuted in 1999 as a three-door hybrid. Honda dropped the model in 2006, but revived it in 2009 as a five-door hybrid. It was discontinued in 2015, but Honda brought it back 3 years later as a four-door sedan. But it was once again killed off in 2022. And while Honda is bringing back a model, Hyundai and Kia are trimming their lineups. Edmunds reports that Hyundai is dropping the standard Ioniq 6 in the U.S., while the Performance N version will still be sold, but only in limited numbers. Hyundai didn't say why it's discontinuing the Ioniq 6, but tariffs likely played a role since the model is built in South Korea. Ioniq 6 sales were down 15% last year in the U.S., and they plummeted another 77% in the first 2 months of this year. And while the performance version of the Ioniq 6 will remain, Kia is dropping the performance version of the EV6 in the U.S. Tariffs likely led to that decision too, since the EV6 GT is also made in South Korea. BYD made some big improvements to its Blade EV batteries. It just launched the second generation, which it says can offer fast charging in extremely cold temperatures. The new battery can charge from 20 to 97% in just 12 minutes at temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius or -4 degrees Fahrenheit. And the new battery has a range of 483 miles or 777 kilometers. There's also a higher energy density version for its luxury and performance models that offers 1,000 miles of range. And a quick reminder to tune in to Autoline After Hours at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today. John and Gary, along with Tom Murphy and Lindsay Brooke, are going to analyze the big CEO shuffle that's been going on in the auto industry. Plus, they'll go over the top news stories of the week. So, don't miss out on that. But that's a wrap for this show, and I hope to see you later today.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Alex Partners, when it really matters. CSP, the Composites Solution Partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
We act, we grow, we transform, we protect, we rescue. In moments that define the future, we are the partner you can trust. Alex Partners, when it really matters.
Developing today's vehicles. Issues can happen in an instant. When's the best time to solve a problem? The minute you know you have one. Meet Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your secure, off-the-shelf solution empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.